and see what on earth we can do with this lady. See what happens. We get, and over we go. Just going to pop these blasts down. They're not going to be having a problem. And she's doing the behaviour right now. This is what we played with the other day. I'm going to say to her, we're not going to start that bit. Alright, back up, silly chicken. See what she does. Carry on. Better. Testing you already. So we have to walk around and around and around. That's what we'll do. If that's what we've got to do, that's what we've got to do. Until she listens and she does it without drama and freedom, then that's what we do. Right. And she's carrying on. She's decided she's going to carry on. So, oh yeah, we're going to carry on. Let's carry on. Push this back this way. This is what she did once before. Stand. She's going to stand. She's got no reason to be shaking her head at flies because there are no flies on her. She's wearing a fly veil. There's no flies here. Come on. This is just really silly behaviour. I'm going to go the other direction now. Just watching her, seeing what she's doing. She's trying to get out of here, moving her. I'm saying, stop. That's silly. Yeah, she's a little irritated today. So I'm going to ask her to do some work. Not on her. going to ask her to maneuver around. Anyway, the way she's going to go. See what happens when we change things up. Go on a lunge. We'll go for a lunge and see what happens. If she carries on. We'll see whether she carries on like this or whether she's just being like it because I'm on her back. Get up. Nice for a nice camp around. She's realising now that being silly isn't going to help her because I mean business when I'm carrying on. Here. Turn. I want her to turn. I want her to go. And we're going to canter around again. Good girl. Nothing's wrong with her. She's just a sour expression cranking there. So I'm just going to encourage her to keep up, keep moving in the direction I'm asking. Just let the heat out of her. Get up. Get up. Good girl. She just backed herself into the and turned. Backed herself into the fence line there. Gave herself a bit of a fright. So there's an issue with her going in that direction. So we're going to correct that. Up. There's nothing wrong with her. She's able to run. She's just pulling her big bridges out. Her teenage angst out. And she's testing. Yep. Come on. Look at that attitude. So when you're working with a horse like this, you've got to keep them moving. Keep them moving. Up. Yes. Turn. Turn. Make sure it's even too. What way you go this way, you go the other side. Trot. And let's trot. Trot. Good. Trot. Good. Trot. Yeah. Trot. Good girl. Lovely. And canter. And she's cranky. But that's okay. You ask her to slow in and turn. Want her to turn. And get up. Trot. Trot. Ah. Now come in there. Because I don't want to go that way. Yep. Laziness. Bad behaviour from a teenage girl. And you can see I'm very careful with how I use my aid. It's just an encouragement for her to realise to stay out a bit further than what she's out. We're going to keep her moving. She's not a silly girl. She understands very well what's going on. Trot. Trot. Out further. Trot. And turn. And turn. And turn. I'm giving her plenty of space to turn. And plenty of space to manoeuvre. And I'm going to ask for a canter. Up. Let's see how our attitude goes when she's asked to canter this side. So she's trying to read the room too early. Up. And if she comes in and walks in too close, she's going to walk into this. Up. Trot. Get up. Up. because I haven't been working with her as much as I should have because of the weather and stuff. Yep. I didn't ask her to do that just then, so I'm going to turn her back the other way. And she can go back where she was supposed to be going the whole time. Good. She's not silly. She understands. She's not liking that she has to work. Up. Keep it up. Good girl. I'm behind your shoulder. Whenever I'm behind your shoulder, you're going forwards, remember? Up. She wants to come into me. She's not going to be allowed to. She wants to change direction. She's not going to. We're going to make it so that this is the direction we go when we don't listen. We go this way. Harder work. Up. 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 And she's going to lose the attitude in a minute. And I'm going to let her walk. Walk on. Walk on. We're going to walk. De-escalate and walk. There we go. And now we're having no issues with the faces. She's understanding this is what I'm going to do. This is how she's making me, letting me know that she's listening nicely. And we're going to turn and we're going to walk that direction. We're going to do a trot first. And then we're going to walk. Walk. Let's see if she listens to the walk signal. Walking. Good girl. Keep walking. Keep walking. Yep. Keep walking. Walk. Walk. And come in. And then she'll come in. Now I'm going to jump back on her and see if she gives me any more angst when I get on. Hopefully not. Hopefully she's going to listen. So sorry about a bit earlier. I had to go. But I'm going to jump on her and see if she gives me any difficulty. I'm hoping she doesn't. She is in a bit of a mood. So she's been displaying extreme symptoms of being on season today. And that kind of gives them a bit of a, mares can have an attitude. Although she should be a bit calmer because she's already full of testosterone. It should even itself out with her, but she's just got an attitude right now that she doesn't want to work. And it's because I haven't been able to do anything with this weather, anything work-wise, that's been of any consequence for her to learn from. Now she moved and stepped then when I didn't ask her to, so we're going to go walking first and foremost. No, we're going to walk. Get her in a good way. So she's carrying on again. So this is bullshit because she's trying to do the I'm going to shake my head and act as if there's something wrong. There really isn't anything wrong at all. She's just doing that to get me shaken off. And yeah, there's flies, but she's wearing a fly veil, so there's no need for her to be carrying on like this. Ah, don't. Walk on. Now hold up. Make sure there's nothing inside of her fly veil. I can't see anything in there. No, there's nothing in her fly veil. She's just carrying on like a pork chop. Oh, there's one that's bothering her nose. So that's probably not helping. But she's got to get used to this because this place is full of flies in the summer. She's probably forgotten about that. Probably forgotten that there's flies. Good girl. Right. Trot. Trot. got a minute. She's listening. And we're going to slow. We're going to go back the other direction now. She's going to listen to me. She's carrying on like a pork chop. Some lead leaving. So this seems to be where she decides she's going to play up. Right here, and this is exactly where she was reared up with the dentist. So it's interesting to see why she's carrying on like this now. We're going to start on the outside edge. We'll go on a inner circle. Ah, you're not going to get your way doing that. I can tell you that right now. Stop. Settle. Settle down. Now, there's nothing wrong with her. She knows exactly how to walk around. She's just being a bit of a mentally deranged poppet right now. Let her keep doing this. She can do this all day. I can go all day like that. It's all right. I'm going to get her to maneuver. Looking forward. Girl. And she's not listening, so I'm going to get her to turn and walk forward. Now the difference, the way I know this is behavioural, is because as soon as I get past a certain point, she's more than happy, right? More than happy to, good, drop. She doesn't want to go that way, so we'll go the other way. Get up. If she wants to carry on again, then what we'll do is we'll make it worth her while to carry on. Good. Now we're not going to trot round here, we're just going to walk. We're going to walk straight past that same spot that she played up in and see what happens. This direction, nothing happens. Why? Because she wasn't facing this direction when the debarklement happened. She remembers everything you saw. So whenever she was rearing up, she was facing the other side. And it worked for her. We all scattered and she got out of having to get things done. It has reinforced to her that she can do whatever she likes, but I'm going to have to stay on and ride it out. And I can't allow that to be the way it's going to be. So how do I do that? Well, I have to change direction without her realising I'm changing direction. And she's realised it already. I'm going to stand her in this direction. Now ask her one step at a time, walking slowly. I know that the flies are annoying because I've got flies bothering me too. I get it. But they're not just one-sided. Flies don't just stay on one side. There could be a reason why she's upset at this side. So I think it's to do with the dentist. I'm pretty certain about it. As soon as she's heading towards the gate, she seems fine. But as soon as I pass the gate and then start heading towards down here, this is where she decides she is not a happy camper. So let's see if we can get her to go past and walk through that. I'm not going to let her get away with it. So the more she keeps carrying on, the more we're going to keep going back to the same spot until she gets it. Walk on. There we go. Good girl. There we go. And she's carrying on again. So we're going to go back. So there's definitely a reason why she's angry about being over here. I just don't know yet what it is. It could have been something happened on this side while she was in here that upset her, probably the dentist. Most likely. We need to keep moving round. Now, if this takes me 2 weeks to walk around in circles like this is what I will do. I'm telling her very firmly that I'm wanting her to walk around. There we go. This is all behavioural, certain of it. Now she's decided she can walk perfectly fine around here. It's got nothing to do with anything being wrong and everything to do with psychology. She thinks I'm just going to allow things to happen. But see, the smart way of dealing with this is to allow her to make the mistakes and correct them in a decent manner. Come on. Let's carry on again. I kind of wished I had a slightly larger yard. Now I'm going to correct that. Maybe we'll correct that. Now the thing is with her, getting cranky isn't going to solve the darn thing. What's going to solve things with her is to just walk slowly and do things slowly, step by step. Ah, she went to get up then. Good. She just went to get up and carry on. Not on. So we're going to go around until she doesn't do that. The second she doesn't do that, she's going to get a release. The release will be stopping and letting her think about it. So let's try it again. Down we go. Without drama. Without instinct. As soon as we get here, she starts again. She's going to stand here. We're going to keep going back into this corner here. Good. Good. And we're going to go back into the corner until we walk through it. Now this might take me a couple of weeks of consistency, because it did before. She's not a horse that will just do it because she remembers it. She'll do it because she wants to do it. If she doesn't want to do it, she'll give you a hassle. She wants to go out and eat grass. I don't blame her. If I was a teenager, I'd rather be doing the things I'd want to do too. See, this time she's not giving me as much angst. She's thinking about it though, and she's probably going to try it at this point over here. Second I start there. We're not going to go any further in without going round like this, and that's it. And because she gave me trouble again, we're going round again. So that's how many times now? But several times we've had to go round. But I'm not having to whip the crap out of her or attack her or do anything like that. I'm just asking her to walk. And I'm correcting when she's not listening. And she's getting her shits, and that's fine. She can get the shits when she likes. So I've got patience. That's what you need for young horses. Patience. Getting aggressive with them will not work. Ever. Again. So we're going to practice. Again. And this is all part of just the education after the breaking. The breaking is probably the easy bit. The education afterwards is the hard bit. It's getting them to listen every time you want them to. So you get a good horse. She's young. She's going to defy. Not quite 4 yet. She'll be 4 next month. So when they're 4 years old, they challenge. Most people don't even think about getting on them until they're after 4. So a lot of it's to do with letting them have their teenage years carrying on and being silly, letting their mother do their job. The longer you can leave them with their mum, the better, the more they're going to learn. At the bottom of the pecking order, and they have to respect their way back up. Same with you on their back. They've got to be respectful of you. Well, they don't have to. They can literally decimate you in seconds. But if you gain their respect enough, they will listen, like she's doing now. All that angst about being silly and deciding she wasn't going to go where I've asked is starting to stop. She's going around this time. And this is the first time she's gone around without a drama. And she's increasing her pace there just a little bit, which is really good. She's understanding now. Oh, that's all you were asking me to do. when I do it, I don't get a backlash. I just get a nice smooth walk. And that's easy. Much easier than fighting with. But if she keeps doing it, with her soy, I want her to do it at least another time. Yeah, any nuts, see she's done it again. So we're going to go around again. And she's going to try and test me again. She says, I'll give you one, and I'll test you with the next one. See if it really gets you. And all this happens long before you go off cantering around the place. I can canter this horse, that's not an issue. So I want her mind to be in the right place when I do it, so she doesn't decide she's going to suddenly take off and do what she wants. Or I'm in the middle of cantering. What I want to do is give her a nice loose rein. Let her get in there. There we go. Lovely. We've got a beautiful walk there. That was really nice. So let's try again. Go around again. Not hard work for her. It's work, but it's not hard work. It's not dreadfully hard work. Let's see if she does it of her own volition this time without too much direction. Let's see if she'll listen and go around without drama. So far so good. I've got a nice loose rein on her. Steering with my feet. And she's listening beautifully. She's doing a great job. Alright. So now let's change things up and let's go in the other direction. And then we'll come back around again and see if she plays up next time. Because that's the direction she plays up in. So, see how she goes. We'll go into a trot this way. We'll do a trot round. Nice and slow trot. Easy. 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 She stopped at that point. That's okay. Good girl, there we go. Almost a full revolution. Almost got it. Oh, she went down to the pantry thing there. And there we go. And walk. Walk down. Good girl. That was really good. Now we're going to try this direction and see what happens. See if we have problems. We're going to start with a walk round first, just to be certain that we're not in trouble again. We haven't forgotten what we just did half an hour work on. And it is most definitely behavioural. She's remembered at some point in time, well, I've allowed her for just a second to get away with something on that side, right in that spot, and she's decided she's going to keep doing it. Well, she's really learning now that I'm seriously meaning what I mean. And she's nice and calm now. She feels really calm and steady. She doesn't feel off at all. She feels good. She feels comfortable. Feels like she's listening. She's got an ear forward and ear back. And then she starts the crap again. So we're going to go back. And here we go. There we go. I'm going to give her the loose rein again and see how she goes this time. Walk on. Good. And this kind of work, it's hard work because it's boring. It is boring for most people would get sick and tired of doing this repetitively. So this is what you've got to do if you want to get a very dominant horse to comply and behave well when you need them to, which is always. 90% of the time you want a horse that's listening to you as much as possible. They won't always 100% do it, but so now we're going to ask for a faster walk into a small cut, and this is where she says, no, I'm not going to listen, so I'm going to get her to back there. We're going to start again. She says, I'm going to carry on like a pork chop, and that's going to make you think something's wrong, and you're going to get off. As soon as I ask for a trotty, she starts this shit. And there's flies, there are flies around, don't get me wrong. There are flies everywhere. That's not gonna stop us because the flies are on the other side too. So why is it she's only complaining on one side? Well, again, where the dentist was, where she was able to rear up and get away with things. Now we're going to go this way. And she's going to behave herself while we do it. You know. And I'm not surprised that when we go around a couple of times, it takes more than once for her to listen. And see, now she's carrying on the new spot. This is another side of the spot where she's carrying on with the dentist. So she's remembering every single spot she reared up on him. I've got it stuck in my mind and melted into my brain. She's watching all the other horses over there. It's not do silly things. I want to end on a win here. And she says, no, just plain up where the gate is. So what we're going to do is we're going to work around the gate area. We're going to go around there. We're going to face it straight at the gate. We're going to keep spinning around until the gate becomes somewhere she doesn't want to be. And then she'll be more likely, much happier, to stay this way. And we got to have a strong arm with this girl. She is strong. Trust me, she is stronger than me. A lot stronger. Good. And she's going to carry on. Get up. So I'm going to ask her to get up with a bit of a growl in my voice. Been very kind so far. If she wants to carry on, we're going to keep going. Remembering this is behavioural. There is no reason behind it other than she is behaving badly. She thinks that if she gets to certain points, she's remembering where I freaked out before in the past, and she's using those points where me, and not just me, but the male dentist that knew what he was doing, she pulled the wool out from under both of us. We had no choice, we had to do what we did. There was no getting out of it the way that the things were situated. And in hindsight, it would have probably been better to have done a bit more training around the actual dentist coming and seeing her before trying and attempting anything. The thing is, that's time and money, and he doesn't have time to do that when he can be doing teeth and making a lot of money as well. So, really is. Now see how this time she went round without a drama at a walk. But she's becoming reluctant at a trot. Now I know she can go around without being reluctant at a trot because I've done it several times with her. So we're going to manoeuvre ourselves. And let's just make sure. See, no resistance whatsoever there. Trot. As soon as I said trot and we turned in that direction, so she's just going to make herself have to work 10 times harder. And I'm going to have to get hard ass on her the way that her breaker would if he was dealing with her now. He wouldn't be tolerating any of this. He'd probably be putting her into a big sweat first. Wouldn't be as patient probably. He hasn't got time for this shit. Well, I haven't got time for it either. This is all behavioural. So giving her an out by, if you do the right thing you're going to get released, is the only way to work. You don't get released until you've done the right thing. Trot. Trot. And trot. decided she wants to trot. Now she's decided she's giving it. See? Look at that. Look at that. She's decided that is what is right. She's giving me, that took all that time, and took me all that time just to get that. So I'm going to release her for a second. I'm going to let her stand for a minute. You just saw how long that took to get that good response from her. No one got injured. She's probably a little bit hurt with her pride at the moment because I made her move and we got what we asked for. But that's a good way to do it. And she's going to probably defy me for a couple of weeks before she gets back into the consistency and the reality of, this is going to happen almost every day, 5 days a week. This is going to be happening. I get 2 days off. I need to think about it and I need to cooperate and work. And once we're done with our work, then things are much better. Now let's test the theory. We've given her a couple of seconds to sit and think about all this. And she seems very relaxed and very happy. Going to see if she'll give me a trot around again, as well as what she did. But I'll go the other direction first. Trot. And see whether she'll listen. She started to canter then, and I didn't really want to canter. I just want to walk. Just want to trot. I know you've got a really nice canter, but I don't want to canter. So now she's starting to play up on this side now because I'm not listening. She wants to canter and thinks it'll be over and done with. Trot. Right, canter. No, trotting slowly. So I'm going to not rise the trot, I'm going to sit the trot. See if that helps. And it is helping. And she's relaxing. And that's good. Now I'll rise the trot and see what happens. Not skipping, we're just trotting nicely. There we go, good girl, lovely. Lovely. And, now we're going to turn the other direction and see how we go. We had a little bit of a hiccup at the beginning of that. And that's not too bad. And this is what you're going to really see when you really need to, when you've got young horses, send them to a breaker and a trainer. This is what goes on. And that's a good breaker, a good trainer who is willing to spend that time and have the patience. Others will whip the crap out of your horse and get them in line. But then what happens is if you come back to them, they come back to you and they're not responding unless someone's going to crack them over the noggin, then you've got no control. Because you've got nothing to basically put a threat on them. So you've got to work from, you're best to work with a trainer that doesn't threaten, a trainer that teaches, that's gentle. Firm but gentle. There's a difference between being abusive and being firm. Massive difference. Trot. I'm going to sit and trot. As uncomfortable as it feels to my... And she's cranky because she wants to hut. So we're going to sit and trot. This is the way we had problems before. My boobs are going everywhere. And they hurt. Because I don't have a bra on, silly me. But that's okay. She's kind of missed the corner. So she's not trying to pull this shit again. Stop. Stop. Good, stop. Good, stop. Good, good girl. Trusting you. Trotting, lovely. She's doing a great job right now. One more go, and then we're going to give her a go. I didn't mean walk now. I shouldn't have said that. Okay. Going to go back one more time. One more round. One more round, and we're done. Good girl. I'm very mindful, though, of the fact that she's trying to pull up at that gate. Yeah, get up. She's thinking if she goes really super fast, she'll all be finished with. There we go. Now she's relented again. She's understood me. She's trying to get out of that one, so we'll go around one more. Good girl. Good girl. All the way. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. I'm going to see that. I'm going to let her slow down and walk. Good. We'll do one walk around as a reinforcement. I'm extremely happy with her behaviour today. She's actually far better behaved today than she has been. So it just goes to show that she's starting to really understand things. And I'm going to bring her back in here. And I'm going to stop right about here. Good girl. Good job. Walk on. So I'm pleased with that. And anyone who was watching, it takes a long time. But if you've got a young horse or a horse that you're not used to and you don't know what to do, this is what you've got to do. You've got to keep on, if they'll test you, and a young one like her, and she's a dominant young horse, she'd probably test more than most horses would. But the fact that we've gotten past that hiccup that she didn't like, and that's a good thing. So we're going to release her now from her work gear. And she's going to be extremely happy about it. Good girl, thank you. But I'm glad that today I didn't ignore my instincts, which was, this is just her taking the mickey out of you. And you've got to let her understand that there's a definite consequence for, naughty and silly behaviour. So, but anyway, she did really well. And the consequence for that is just you've got to work a bit harder and a bit longer. The sooner that you actually listen and behave, all that energy could have been finished with. So, but thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you another time. I'm going to put the GoPro view up, and hopefully you might be able to get an idea what it's like for me on top. Okay, bye for now. Thank you.